Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Ozee and this is Chat with Ozee. Please, if you're here to subscribe, kindly click on the subscription button and click on the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. So on this video, we'll be talking about a lot of things. We'll be talking about the housemates in the house, the tasks that they did today, Super Commando. We'll also be talking about some things happening outside the house. And for this particular video, I want us to start with the things happening outside the house. Yes, so let's start off with Lekon. Now, Lekon had made a post which reads, Abego at DJ Neptune, how far my agreement and split for the Nobody Icon Relic song though, is it not still ready? Haba, it's been 4 years oh. Ha. At this point, I'm like, Wala deal. Afana, this one way don't reach social media. I feel like they need to get their arts together. I mean, 4 years is a long time. Well, moving from that, Ruthie and Mayor are doing their tour. Yes, they are doing their interviews and all. And they've been giving shippers moments. Yes. Shippers, how far? Una no go contribute, go give to them. Well, moving from that, Ruthie at this point is even confusing me as a person. First of all, Ruthie has stated that she knows the twins' gist, so everything she said were true. She said this when she was talking to Ebuka. However, in another interview she did with Pulse, she said 70% of what she said were true. At this point, I am wondering, only you said everything you said were true. Now you are saying 70% were true. Abeg, which one should we hold? Is it everything or 70%? Well, at this point, Naruti, no. Well, she said that she's the highlight of the season. And she's not going to be taking it easy on anyone. I say it's all right. It's okay, Madam Highlights. Beleo. Madam Highlight, you're at home, sha. But beleo. Let's go back to the Super Commando tax. We all know that Super Commando tax is always given. Yes, and this time around, it was not different. Big Brother had given them a brief, and basically the brief had told them that they were to go to the Super Commando chiller and they were to take Super Commando, like each pair were to take one Super Commando each. That's each person in a pair will pick one Super Commando like that. And then they were to shout fire on the stage. That's fire on Ninja on the stage. And afterwards, they were to do warm-up for 5 minutes collectively. That's all together. They were to do the warm-up. And then they were to start thinking of personal stories that they were at stake of almost giving up, but they did not give up. And after they had done all these, they thought of their stories and all. After thinking of their stories, so Big Brother had, after a while, told them to go to the arena. Now, let's even address something pretty quick. I feel like this season, their timing is seriously off because I don't understand how they are doing tax, and tax is still on till past 12 to 1. Like, seriously, Kilo Day, what is happening? Ha! Well, they were called to the arena and basically they went to share their stories. Yes, they were given 5 minutes each. And see, some people's stories were just so emotional. Like the likes of Chimwe, the likes of this girl, Onyeka. Like, I mean, some people's stories were just very painful. And I even teared up a bit. Yeah, someone was cutting onions beside me. And everybody's mood just got a little bit off, and Big Brother had basically commended their relentlessness and putting aside their ordeals and still moving forward. He had then given them a break. Yes, a 5 minutes break. And before the break, Nelly had gone ahead to read a brief that was given to her before they went for the break. And then when they came back from the break, this was when they actually now started the game proper. Yes. And this was like the second round of the whole thing, but this was the real rounds that their points started counting. Yes, for the first game, Big Brother had told them that basically the first game was like an initiation. Yes, and that it was an initiation to know the toughest duo for the season. Basically, they were to crawl through the tunnels. Yes, it was like, all this camp stuff now with tires and the rest. Yes, they were to crawl through it and stand on the start button. Now, that whole crawling thing, the time is not counting. It's when they get to the start button, that's when Big Brother will now press the buzzer and then their time will start counting. They were basically to walk on the stairs, run and climb to hit the bell, and both parties were to do this. Yes, now after this was done, Big Brother has said that the quickest 5 pairs would proceed to the next stage, and the fastest 5 pairs that proceeded to the next stage were Aces, Beta, Nelisa, Radicals and Shatoria. For the second game, Big Brother has shown them this wire, and I told them that they were basically meant to lift up the metal to the middle, and every time the metal touches the wire, a noise like rings. They have 3 tries. Like, if once the thing rings 3 times, meaning it has touched the wire 3 times, the rod has touched the wire 3 times, then they would have to stop and they will mark where they stopped. Both parties were to play at the same time also, and they were to meet at the middle. Now, at the end of this game, nobody reached middle. But, now the farthest were the 3 people that qualified, which were Shatoria, Radicals, and Beta. This led us to the third game. Now, if you are a fan of hamster combat, you already know this game because it was introduced as one of those key stuff. Now, the housemates were confused when they saw this puzzle because they were like, it's not. In fact, Radicals at some point said it was not moving, that they did not understand it's not moving. Well, Big Brother had given them 5 minutes to basically unlock the code. Yes, he had told them that they should rescue the bottle, that's the locked Supa Commando bottle. They should take it through the exit, and basically they had 5 minutes to do this. After 5 minutes, so none of them could finish it. None of them could do it. And Biggie had said, okay, you know what? They should all stop. He wants to give them something easier. Which led us to the next game, where Big Brother had told them that, you see this pit you can see, there are green and yellow balls. However, there are only 2 gray metallic balls. And the first 2 teams, yes, to actually get the balls, qualify. And they were to pick a representative each. Yes, for this particular round, it was Doc, that's TJ, that represented Beta. Shatoria, it was Sean that represented, and then Radicals, it was Femi that represented. And it was like these guys were giving themselves heading inside that place. I don't know how they came out surviving with their heads intact. Well, Radicals, that's Femi, was the first to see his ball, and then we saw Sean seeing his own ball, and that had both teams qualify. The last and final game, Big Brother had told them that, you see those gray metallic balls that they held, that they were basically meant to run to their partners who were standing beside the maze, and they were to put the ball in the middle of the maze and then spin the ball till it finally reaches the exit point and falls off. However, if it has not reached the exit point and it falls off or it gets stuck, they have to pick it up and try again. The first person to complete this task or this challenge wins. And we saw that both parties were going head to head. At some point, both parties' balls fell off the maze and they started again. Yes. And at the end of the day, we saw Shatoria become victorious. Yes, they actually did win. And you needed to see how excited these people were. In fact, for the first time since this season, I saw Victoria jump on Sean, and you know how when someone is bigger than you and you jump on the person and use your legs to round the person's waist and your hand to round the person's neck, exactly, that was the position. Yes, and then they were so excited. In fact, Handy and Wani, if you had seen their excitement, you would think they are the ones that won this Super Commando challenge and not Shatoria. And it was good how the whole house they had congratulated them. I mean, they took their mantle, they gave a pose, they were so excited. And Vicky was talking about how basically when they were still seated, Wani ex Handy were just telling them that they can do it and all, they can win and all that. And we saw the twins basically telling them that this is a big win. It's a win that everybody wants and everybody looks up to. So she was they were very excited for them. On the other hand, Zinwe, they actually congratulated Shatoria. However, they were telling radicals that they were rooting for them. They were the people they were rooting for, and it's kind of is sad that they did not win. However, Femi in reply told them that, I mean, it is what it is. That if it was meant to be their win, it was going to be their win. But it's clear that that win was not meant for them. Chinwe, on the other hand, though, I don't even understand what's going on with her. Yes, throughout today, I can say it with my full chest that Chinwe slept almost the full day. And I'm like, Chinwe's all where? I think she really needs to talk to Big Brother because all is not well. Because the housemates spent most of the day trying to come up with dance steps, I mean, for their wagers and all. And baby girl was sleeping upstairs. Hey, oh girl. Well, the housemates are coming up with dance routines and all for their dance battle. And they've even decided that tomorrow after their what's that thing called, workout, they are going to have a speed date, yes, to just basically help with the second part of their wager, which is to mimic people and just vibes on vibes, getting to know each other. So that would help with the second part. Now, when they were rehearsing, Kellyrea was just going to bomb bomb. He was just going to bomb bomb. That no, he wants vibe. He wants someone that will shake bomb bomb. It was just a very hilarious thing. Yes, his wife was even there and all that. Because remember, they picked teams and both pair are not in same team. Yes, so there's no way he can even dance that dance with his wife. He has to be with someone else. People coming up with dance, you have the likes of One X Handy, you have the radicals, yes, you have the checkers, like people are just putting their heads together to make sure that this wager is a success. Yes, and you have Double K, what's it called? Cassia is currently making their dresses. Yes, she's talking about because Big Brother, they had asked for sewing machine and all, and Big Brother had given them a sewing machine. And we all know that Cassia is good in sewing. So right now, she's trying to make the dresses and all for the dance battle. So during the diary session today, yes, Shatoria had spoken about how they had a misunderstanding over the whole nomination stuff. And basically what had happened was Vicky did not want them to nominate Flourish. However, Sean went ahead to nominate Flourish. And for Sean, it was a thing of, if we are not smart, we'll be on the chopping block. So we have to be smart in order not to be on the chopping block. And for her, she's like, no, Flourish, they were my friends, so I did not want us to put them up. However, Big Brother told them that she, Victoria, needs to be more assertive and speak up, and then told Sean that he needs to indulge his partner some more. Let's also talk about the Radicals diary section quickly. So in the diary session, Michky was just, if you ask me, making a fool of himself because, I mean, what was all that he was doing? Now, in the diary session, he was talking about how Handy had told people that he was asking her out. Yes, he wanted to date her and all that, whereas that was not the case. And Biggie was like, were you ever interested in Handy? And he was like that, that's not the case. He was never interested. He was just moving around in circles. He was talking about how he had told her that he likes her, but he did not say he loves her or anything like that. And Biggie had told her, okay, did you tell Wani that you like her? And what's it called? Michky has said no, that he did not tell Wani that he likes her. I mean, that Wani is with someone in the house. Wani is with Sean. So no, he did not tell Wani he likes her. So Biggie was like, okay, so why didn't you tell Wani you like her, but you told Handy that you like her? And then Mickey started talking about the gestures that he did not know at first that it was Wani that was doing all the gestures with him. And guy was just beating around the bush. And Biggie was like, you said you found it disrespectful in this diary room, the gesture thing and the rest. And he was like, no, that was not what he said though. And dude kept on evading, like he just kept on evading. In his head he was being smart. Biggie then told him that, okay, you say you don't like Handy, right? He said yes. He now said, okay, but you did not tell Wani that you like her, but because she's with Sean, yet you went ahead to tell Handy that you like her. And he was like, yes, that it was just normal, like that he's one person that likes twins a lot, that he talks to the Imbaduwe twins a lot, but Handy and Wandy, their attitude is just down, the attitude is bad, blah blah blah. And Biggie was like, okay, wait. So let's get things straight. Because of Sean, you did not tell Wani that you like her. However, you told Handy that you like her. And then Mickey was like, yes, he did that. So Biggie was like, okay, does Wani not have male friends? And he was like that Wani has male friends now and all that. And Biggie was like, okay, so Wani has the capability of having both platonic and romantic relationships with the opposite gender. And they were like, yes, that's the case and all that. And Biggie was like, and you still don't see that you did not tell Wani that you like her. You told Handy that you like her. And you don't see that you were actually asking her out. You understand now what he was trying to say. And Mickey was like that, no, all these issues, yeah, is not that if he actually did like her, he would not have told her things. He would have hidden some things about himself that he told her and all that he did not like her like that. That was not this. And I'm like, I beg Mickey, biko, quiet. Keep quiet there. You tell person say you like her, you can't dey talk say no, you did not mean it like that. You did not mean it like what? You did not mean it like what, Mickey? Dey there dey deceive yourself. Well, Biggie, I felt like Biggie was like he don't try show the boy road, but the boy no gree see road. Now he tell am say, oh, your diary session have come to an end. I'm sure at that point Biggie is like, no, you're a lost cause. You know the funny thing, this is something that Mickey does. Mickey at one point will tell us, I have a girlfriend, 4 years old relationship. She's this, she has done this for me, she's everything. The next moment he's telling us, I don't have a girlfriend, I just lied about it to get a reaction from people. The next minute he's going back to he has a girlfriend. At this point, it's only Mickey that knows whether he has a girlfriend or not. And personally, I don't even care. He should just move on from this twins matter. Yes, because for him, that was the reason why he had voted them, because he's not too close with them. And it was because of this whole he like me, he no like me matter. Away from that, let's talk about something that has been making news. Yes, with people saying that Wani had fingered herself. And I'm like, guys, how many times do we have to keep repeating this thing? Stop watching online clips. Yes, actually watch the main show. Yes, that's how you can get to know what actually did transpire. So they were dancing that particular clip. They were dancing and she adjusted her cloth. It's not that deep now. There were how many people in the room, so we should just face the camera with the people in the room and not have the decency to cover up herself, to finger herself. Maybe they try use our head sometimes. Let's move and talk about this whole triangle thing that has to do with Onyeka, Ozee, and Victoria. Now, before the super commando attacks, yes, Onyeka was having a conversation with Sean where she was talking about how Victoria had changed her clothes, how he did not notice, how she wore short skirts, how everything has been going with her, basically saying that she's trying to get Ozee's attention. Yes, and Sean was saying how he did not notice. Onyeka had a conversation with the Ozee, yes, and she was basically talking about how she's the one that have set things in motion with that whole Victoria thing, how she has done this before, and she was like, I've never seen someone that hype themselves the way you hype yourself. And she was like that. She's not joking. No. For example, Mayor Frush, she was the one that went around telling the ladies that, his perf is this, he is fine, he is this, he is a rich boy outside, he is that. And then the ladies started fighting for him. I remember a conversation like that, funny enough. I remember when Onyeka was having a conversation like that, telling the girls that, Mayor's perfume is lit, that the tiny things on Mayor's body, if you look at it, you get to notice that he's a rich boy, but he's just keeping it on a low. Yes, she's not lying about that conversation. I remember vividly. However, it looks like Onyeka is pushing too hard on this whole Victoria and Ozee's matter. I mean, Ozee has said it that he's in a relationship outside the house and he doesn't want to do any relationship inside the house. He just needs people to connect with and just basically have safe talks and all with them. So this whole push, I'm just hoping it does not backfire on her. Well, they had a conversation about them being cool or not, about everything between them and how things are not weird as Onyeka feels they are weird. They are not weird and all that. Everything is cool with them. In all this, unknown to Onyeka, she had an audience, yes. The likes of TJ and Handy, ex Wandy, were actually listening. And for them, that discussion was not even meant to happen. Yes. Onyeka was not meant to go at Ozee, telling him all she was saying about Victoria and their sheep and all. And for them, it felt like if you're trying to drive a train between the both of them, it's not working, it's only drawing them together. Because from what they've noticed, for Ozee, Victoria is like a safe space for him. Yes, he has said it that he doesn't want to have anything to do with any girl in the house because he has a serious relationship outside the house. So he's just looking for friendship. And at this point, it now almost looks like Onyeka really likes him and she's pushing on for something else. And they had spoken about how they were going to have a conversation with both Onyeka and Ozee separately. Yes, each twin had said that they were going to talk to each of them individually because for them, that conversation wasn't meant to happen, and Vicky is like a safe space for Ozee. And if they had known earlier that this was what she wanted to talk to Ozee about, they would have told her not to, because this kind matter, they know they talk on. In all this, it was funny how they were doing the amebo with how they were doing don't look, don't make it obvious, and he don't look. I say, wahala. So Handy has said she's going to talk to Onyeka about it, while Wani is going to talk to Ozee about that whole thing. Still on the same Ozee matter, so Ozee had a conversation with Chizoba and TJ, and they were talking about how Ozee is basically breaking hearts in the house. How for TJ, he feels like Ozee helped Victoria to come out of her shell, whereas for Chizoba, Ozee is just making moves that are basically driving wedges in people's hearts and breaking people's hearts. I say wahala for heartbreaker. Which one be the people? Is your sister among the people? No comments, Vico. Moving from that, let's talk about Kellyrea and Femi Davids. Now, they had a conversation, and in that conversation, Kellyrea was just trying to make Femi David understand why he said what he said yesterday. Remember, I told you guys that Double KD had a quarrel about the whole Cassia using a spatula to touch Femi David's nipple. Yes, him saying she had touched the nipple with a spatula, and she telling her husband that she did not do that, and plus she was playing and all that. So for him, he was basically saying that he knows her kind of person and he knows that she plays a lot. Yes, but he also knows that she has boundaries and all that. So if the case was reversed, she would not have it, and that would put him in an awkward situation because he would have to now pick fight. And if he does not pick fight, if he remains silent, that would also put him in a position where he does not want, because now it will be a thing of two of them going at each other and he would just have to talk, which means he will be in the middle of the whole thing and everything would just be turned upside down because he would have to like be fighting with people that he would have necessarily not fought with or anything like that, like the whole thing that happened with Mickey. Yes, guys, all the ships they have reconciled. Remember they all of their efforts before, all of them don't reconcile. Angel of peace came into the house. Well, lastly on this video, remember how you all know that Sadi dated Wani. Yes, he had come online to support her openly, saying big league energy, keep voting for the energy queens. And I'm like, that shows that though they ended things, yes, they did not end on any bad note. Well, that's all I have for you guys on this particular video. Please, if you're yet to subscribe, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. I love you all. You all are the very best. I beg, like this video, help me subscribe. Bye guys.